Welcome to At the Coolidge, conversations about movies. And today I'm talking with Sheldon Mirowitz. It's not we, who's we? It's a royal we. Sheldon Mirowitz, film composer and professor at Berklee College of Music.
That's right.
Yeah. We're talking about Milk, the film Milk by Gus Van Sant. So, the first thing everybody will talk about is Sean Penn.
Awesome.
And the second thing really is why this movie now? Why Milk now? Obviously, Proposition 8 is a great reason for this movie to be out, but that wasn't an issue when they made it.
I can't imagine it was an issue when they made it. I don't think that they...
But the fact that the issue of gay rights at the political level is still as out there as ever is pretty interesting. And so you need to bring back the story of Harvey Milk, who is in fact a hero in this cause, as you say, politically, not just...
Well, what's interesting to me is not that he's a very important gay figure, but what's interesting is how political he is. What's interesting about the movie to me is just how it looks at a political creature, which he is a completely political creature. It shows, it deals with his loves and his relationships with his friend, with his relationships that he has. But what's cool to me is that how he modulates his life completely through the politics of the issues that he's dealing with.
Starting pretty late in life.
Starting late in life.
He was
40.
Yeah. And only didn't live to 50.
Right. So he did. That was an interesting. I didn't know that he did it all in 10 years.
Yeah.
So.
And there are other. I actually was in the play Execution of Justice by Emily Mann, which is about the trial. It's the trial transcripts, which is absolutely fascinating piece of work. Probably now it'll be produced more often, or somebody will do a version of it. And then, of course, The Life and Times of Harvey Milk, on which this is most closely based. Right. But like you say, I think it's a more personal look. It shows the individual, shows the political animal that he was more than the documentary could.
That's
because you have somebody embodying Harvey Milk.
That's right. And embodying him really, really stunningly. Yeah. Sean Penn is ridiculous, and he does a terrific acting job. And
yeah, interesting. It should be him too.
After
he plays
this comment,
he plays tough guy roles, And first of all, he looks like Harvey Milk. He really does, and all the casting is so right on. They show all the people at the end.
Yep, and they all match.
I love when they do that. Let me see who the real people are, and they go, oh, they look alike. And that's kind of fun. Right. And in fact, he does look like Harvey Milk. But also that he's a great actor. But 9.5 Weeks, Mystic River, where he plays these tough guys, and here he is playing a gay man, and it's a bit of a shocker. I think, but it's not. Nobody's talking about.
I think that your comment about it was that couldn't they have gotten a gay man to play Harvey Milk?
No.
Was that the comment?
I would say that would be the first impulse for them to do, and the fact that they give it to the right actor is a great choice, right? Because it's a sort of double situation. Here he is exploring his craft like a great actor, willing to do what he needs to do the job, and doesn't. Rock Hudson plays straight men. Why can't Sean Penn play a gay man? There is no issue there at all. Right. Nobody's talking about it, except till right now. But that's good, because that means that this whole thing is a kind of ridiculous situation, that there shouldn't be equal rights.
It's completely absurd. The whole thing is
And what are people so scared of?
The culture wars are going on. We think that the election of Barack Obama is somehow a vindication. We up here in the East Coast, people who watch movies and who think about stuff and who do,
At least half the country does.
I'm not sure what that was a referendum really about.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not sure that this would have happened if we hadn't had a complete disastrous 8 years of George Bush that has completely, basically ruined the country.
Yeah. But, or a ridiculously foolish choice for Republican vice president. But moving past that.
Sorry. But I'm not sure what it was really a referendum about. But what we like to think is that, the culture wars are turning our way.
The dawning of the age of Aquarius.
Yeah, it's happening, but it's not. Mm-hmm. How many states tried to pass laws or did pass referenda to get rid of the ability for gays to marry each other, which is just, right now, Proposition 8 passed. today or the day before or yesterday, the Supreme Court of California is going to entertain the issue of whether they can have this law. And I got to tell you, there's no way you can have a law that says a gays can't.
Well,
there is no way. That is.
No, I agree. Eventually, that will happen. But
no,
if you have an artist,
under
okay,
the
but
law.
moving back to
Okay.
the movie.
Okay.
All right. you have a filmmaker like Gus Van Sant, and I think he's a visionary.
Yes.
He really is, and that's one of his wonderful stylistically, in terms of his subject matter. I think he's always doing something profoundly interesting. And so he has a sense this movie needs to be made now.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that there's been the life and times of Harvey Milk and
Right.
execution of justice.
Right.
So that's an interesting choice for him to make, and to do it commercially, because this is a big payoff movie. You already know the ending, and yet it's a can I say feel good? It's not a feel good movie, but leaves you elated at the end.
Oh no, it's also really a mainstream look at. I mean, as much as you can have a mainstream look at gay life. I mean, it's a very
Well,
mainstream.
you've got Philadelphia. You've got it's been happening a lot, right? I mean, the issue that but Sean Penn. I mean, just Neon Lights are going Academy Award nomination, and he's missed it so many times that I would say it's a good bet that he'll get it.
This is an Academy Award.
Mickey
nomination.
Rourke and other people aside, there's some great performances out there.
Yeah.
But since Daniel Day-Lewis isn't in the running, I think Sean Penn stands a good chance.
No, I think that, it is a spectacular acting performance, and I don't want to miss the spectacular acting performance of Josh Brolin.
It's Dan White.
It has Dan White, and again, for the umpteenth time in the last three or 4 years, he's just done a spectacular job. I just think he's just such a great actor.
And I don't think it has anything to do with his mother-in-law. I don't think she nagged him into it, as mother-in-laws might. You're right. And then to see him do double, Barbara Streisand. Really off the point now. But
we were speaking
but
about
to do
gay,
W, to do that. How far can we veer off the conversation?